We are live, JW Megaweg show. I am your host, the Candy Man. And tonight, you're in for a special Joseph treat. We got Joseph here doing many things in the community. Got a bunch of shows coming up. We're going to be talking about some exciting springtime and summer events. One of which we're talking about is at Civic Center. They're doing outdoor music concerts on Tuesdays and Thursdays, right in Civic Fulton Square Plaza. Have you ever been to that one of those?
You know, no, I haven't. I actually live real close, but we're doing a lot of music on Market Street these days on weekends, and that's been real great.
Yeah, I mean it's right by the library. It's Civic Center.
Tuesdays and Thursdays, yeah, and I'm right by there, so I'll start checking that out.
Yeah, so we got that. The band shells, they're doing on Wednesdays and Fridays. That is in Golden Gate Park. You've been to a band shell before.
Yeah, I recently saw a Talking Heads cover band there. They were awesome. Yeah. Can't wait to play one. Yeah, Talking Heads cover band.
That's great.
I forgot the name of the band, but they were
Talking Heads are from the Bay Area too.
Are they?
Yeah.
You know, I'm not that deep on the Talking Heads knowledge, to be honest.
Yeah.
But outside of a few bangers that everybody kind of knows by then. But yeah, they were fun.
Yeah. Well, welcome to Bernal Heights Radio. Sitting back in the box with a kombucha and a sparkling water.
Yep.
Sunk Lightning, that is my Candyman theme. And here we are. Sitting back on a hot spring day.
Yeah. Still got my phone set to Celsius, but it is about 26 degrees Celsius outside. I think that's around 78 or 79 degrees Fahrenheit, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, how was it? I know that you just got back pretty recently from a big trip. What was that like?
Yeah, I went out to Europe for a month, kind of for my first long-term endeavor since having my passport as an adult, and it was really great. I went with a buddy to visit another friend who was living in Barcelona for a little bit, and then I stayed there for 5 days, and then so I went to 5 different cities in France over the course of 3 weeks, and prior to that I had been practicing French for about 8 months, so it was good to just put that all to the test. I, of course, traveled with my guitar. Kind of one of the things that prompted me to go out there was I met a friend here in San Francisco last summer while I was playing the North Beach Music Festival. And this girl's name's Sarah, and she books music out there under a title called Bad Bird. Bad Bird is the name of the business.
It's a booking.
Booking, yes, Bad Bird in Toulouse, France. Yeah, Toulouse, France. So she got me a nice little show out there. Toulouse was my second stop in France. And yeah, I played a little gig at a cool coffee shop with a venue and made €100. And it was great, yeah. I went to Montpellier, Toulouse, Paris, Nice, and Nîmes, France, and it was awesome. And I'm glad I brought my guitar, play some music on the streets and all that good stuff.
That's so fun. It's a dream. You know, I've heard Berlin is supposed to be the busking capital of the world.
Really?
I don't really know geographically exactly where that is. Just what a naive California kid I am.
Oh, Berlin? You don't know where it is?
It's somewhere over in there.
Yeah, Germany.
Germany, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't make it over to Germany, just Spain and France, and yeah, that was it. I did take a layover in Switzerland and another one in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. But it was overall a great experience to kind of just test my wits as a human and put myself in an uncomfortable situation.
What is that?
I mean, a situation, uncomfortable situation, I suppose.
Just because you don't know where you're at.
Yeah, being in a place where, you know, you got to just depend on your wits. You don't really speak the languages that well. I mean, I speak Spanish all right, but even in Barcelona, the Spanish is only the second language next to Catalan, which is the language that they speak over there. And then, you know, I can speak that surface level French, but over the course of the 3 weeks, I improved a lot, and it was really fun. It was something I enjoyed a lot, to just put the knowledge, put my skills to the test. You know, everything I learned off of YouTube and podcasts and all that stuff, and yeah. But the simulation was over, and I did it in real life. And anyway, I'm back now, and I'm itching for another trip. But I know I've got a lot of good work to do here in San Francisco, and ultimately I'm glad to have come back to San Francisco, just another place where people from all over the world want to come to visit. So it was it was bittersweet, but yeah, I'm glad to be here, in a place as multicultural as this, and back with my people, back with the community, and back to playing music.
I just did you find it to be different to be in a different country? Did you feel like it was received differently when you were playing in France and in Barcelona?
I think, yeah, the funny thing is actually, so just take this for an example. I went to an open jam in Toulouse, and it was like an open mic kind of deal, kind of like something we would have at Tupelo here. And it took me all night to hear one French song at that open jam. And so it was cool. I went over there and jammed a few songs with them. I played one with Sarah. We sang Don't Look Back in Anger by Oasis. And then we played Slip Into Out of Your Mind.
Oh, I know.
Don't you know you might find.
I know that song. That's great.
Yeah, so and then the next song, that was the one that she wanted to sing, and I was like, all right, I don't know any of these people. Let's just pick an easy one. So Fade Into You. And so anyway, my point with this story is people out there really love English, the English-speaking world of music. I think America and the UK, the UK is obviously the neighbor to the north over there, but we export, our biggest exports, or the biggest export in America seems to be the culture with music and, Hollywood and movies and stuff. So there was a lot of people that like to play also American genres out there, and everybody was singing in English, and people out there loved it. It seemed like country music and Americana and folk has also exploded over there. And, a couple weeks later, while I was in Nice, there's this Nice is kind of notorious for a lot of English-speaking people out there. I was at this bar called Wayne's Bar, where that's the English speaker hub, and there's this really awesome band there called Sons of Guns, and they were based in Nice, but some of the guys in the band were from England, and I got to talking to the bass player, because he kind of just looked like an English speaker, and what do you know? Yeah, he's got the English accent, and I was like, hey, what are you guys playing? And he's like, oh, we play like Americana, Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young type stuff, and I really like that kind of stuff, So they were playing Eagles and CSNY and Neil Young and just all these kind of like the band, all this Americana stuff, and I played a tune with them. We played Dead Flowers by the Rolling Stones. They all knew that one. In these situations, kind of just got to pick one that everybody would know. And so my point with these kind of things is that the Americana, that kind of music scene is thick and thriving out there. So I think people were pretty stoked to to see me play, to hear me play, and have like an authentic American kind of playing the Americana genre. And it was a blast, and I could totally see an outlet for myself out there. I loved it, and yeah, there was a good community of musicians all over France and Spain too. Oh my God, man, it was it's the universal language, and it's great. Felt great to travel there with a guitar on my back, and it's always a lightning rod of energy to have a guitar. Just sit down somewhere and play.
Yeah, that's fun. And I know, gosh, now that you're back, you just have so many gigs.
Yep.
You're playing this Saturday at the Lucky Horseshoe with Jerry and the Jerks.
Correct. Yeah.
Anybody that's tuning in right now hasn't been to Lucky Horseshoe, great spot to check out. That is on Cortland and Bernal Heights. And that's this Saturday, right? That's the 10th?
Yeah. Saturday the 10th, we'll start about 9 o'clock. Yeah, it's a great spot. I mean, I know it's pretty close to you, right? We're
it's so
stationed
close to
so
here.
close. Yeah, I hope you come.
I mean, I could rollerblade there. From
Yeah,
here.
there you go. Yeah, it's a great spot, and that was one of the big things I wanted to do when I came back was to play at Lucky Horseshoe because I befriended one of the bartenders there, Griffin, and we played there on a slow Thursday night with Jerry and the Jerks, and we play like a whole bunch of covers in that kind of like Americana rock wheelhouse of music. Rolling Stones, Grateful Dead, the Beatles. Kind of obviously those guys aren't American, but we play all the good stuff. All the good stuff. And yeah, I love playing with Jerry and the Jerks. These guys have got the jam mindset, and we just have so much fun with it. We surprise ourselves sometimes. It's a fun time.
Yeah,
so we're the perfect bar band for that kind of place.
Yeah, so let me play back one of these Jerry and the Jerks songs right here. Is there one that we should play back?
Well, yeah, see, that's the thing. We all just kind of we play covers partially because we barely have time to link up and practice. But, we all have a strong background in playing Grateful Dead, and kind of part of that is not just playing the songs that they played, but carrying that spirit of the music and kind of transitioning into jams and like kind of jamifying other songs. So this recording that I sent you it's Fade Into You, the Mazzy Star classic, and this particular recording was taken at Savoy Tivoli, and we were coming out of a jam part to Lay Down Sally, the Eric Clapton classic, and like we never really were certain on how we end that song, so then we kind of just transitioned it into Fade Into You, which you can kind of hear the beginning of, and I kind of just cue that transition, and so they're both in the key of A, so it was an easy kind of smooth thing. And Jerry Herrera is such a good drummer. He just such a good listener that he just kind of he hears what I'm doing, and then the other guys, Steve and Dino, kind of just fall into place. But ultimately, we're just a band full of just great listeners, and that's what really makes like a good band. It's just people who can listen really well and mesh together. So what we've got here, is just is a little snippet of that song.
All right, anyone tuning in right now, we're playing back a Jerry and the Jerks cover, Fade Into You. We got Joey here in the box, sipping on some kombucha.
Yeah.
And we'll blast this track. We'll be back with you.
Inside you, I wanna take a breath that's true. I look to you and I see nothing. I look to you, see the truth. You live your life, you go in shadow. You fall think it's strange you never knew. The stranger's light, it comes on scene. The strangers are without love. You put your head into your heart, and then smiles for your heart. Fade into I think it's strange you never knew. Thank you.
That is a live performance by Jerry and the Jerks, sitting back in the box, the Bernal Heights Radio box, with Joseph Canas here.
Yes, sir.
And we got a little guitar here. And we're getting geared up for a weekend at Lucky Horseshoe. And I know you're in Silver Swoon, too.
Yes.
The first time I've seen you guys play, I think it was at Elemento Studios.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was a while ago. We had a different lineup at the time. That was me and Zeke, Alex, and Dorian. But now it is me, Zeke, Anna, and John filling out the rhythm section. So, yeah. So I'm not sure that you've seen us since then. But, yeah, we've got a different kind of thing going on. And closing up a couple of recordings. Couple first singles in the works, and we're just adding the finishing touches to those. We've had some wonderful guests join in on those recordings, and yeah, we're real excited. If you've seen us live, you've heard these songs before, but we're excited to have them out, and it's nice to do a little promo here. Wish I could play them for you, but y'all will hear them when they're out.
Yeah.
In the next couple months.
Silver Swan.
Yeah.
Such a great name.
Yeah.
Gotta have the whole band in here one time.
Yeah. Maybe we'll have to do like a tiki desk sometime, but yeah, the thing about the band is we all play in other bands too, and it's sometimes tough to always get together, but we're trying to be efficient with our time, and we've been playing live a bunch. We actually did I guess you could consider it a mini tour. In the beginning of April, we did a show at Neck of the Woods on a Friday, which was really great to play the upstairs main stage. Then we did Caravan on Saturday in San Jose. That was our second time there, classic San Jose spot. And then we did a classic Sacramento spot on the Sunday of that weekend. It was Golden Bear. And the great thing about that tour is like I lived in San Jose for 10 years, and I grew up in Sacramento, so it was a cool little homecoming thing for me. And yeah, so that was great. It was such a good experience, and especially Neck of the Woods, man, that was such a good time. And recently we played at we did the Knockout last night, and we'll be playing at Bottom of the Hill on the 14th. That will be a Wednesday.
Holy.
Yeah. So
This 14th?
This 14th, May 14th. Yep.
That's only a week away.
Yeah, what's today? The 5th? It's 9
It's
days.
next Wednesday.
Yeah, so we're going to have to get a couple practices in. And I don't think we have anything for June right now, so all eyes are set to the 14th. And yeah, hey, maybe. We'll see, I'm not going to make that decision here on air, but I'll definitely talk to the guys, to the band about it. But yeah, so we're really stoked, We the great thing about Silver Swoon is, I was playing a lot of bar band kind of stuff before, but with Silver Swoon, we're the type of band that can play places like Neck of the Woods, and we can play places like Bottom of the Hill because we're a little bit more, hour-long set focused, original music focused, and everybody in the band sings. And now since we've had John in the band, we're playing a couple of his songs, and everybody writes, and we pass the mic around. It's great, it's really awesome.
So you guys have played at Neck of the Woods, Caravan, Elemento.
Yeah, Elemental.
Have you guys played at Kilowatt yet?
Nope, we have something scheduled there for August, but yeah, we've played a bunch of cool venues around now.
The Knockout?
Yeah, that was the other night. That was last night. Where else?
That was last night you guys played there?
Yeah, that was last night.
Fuck.
Yeah. I mean, oh my God, I can't even think about where we've played right now. Oh man, we play so much that it's just all a blur. I mean, we have some of the kind of like cool bar gigs, ones that are a little bit lower stakes. We find that you got to have some big ones so you can invite your people out, in advance, buy a ticket. I remember now, we did 4-Star Theater, which was one of those,
Yeah. That's a great one.
That was a great one.
Anybody listening in, 4-Star Theater is a theater, but Tunnel Records is part of that, and they turn a theater into a music venue in Richmond. And what are the crowds? That's on Geary and 7th?
I don't
I don't even know.
Beats me, but it's a great
Somewhere
spot.
out in the inner Richmond.
No, I think it's deeper than that. I think it's
20th.
yeah, it's more in the 20s there.
Okay.
I remember because it's near Bill's, which is a great burger spot. And, you know, there's often debate on what's a really good burger in the city. And Bill's place is a good one. And 4-Star Theater is right down the street.
Clement and 23rd.
Yep.
That is not inner. That is definitely central. That's right next to one of my favorite cafes.
Which
Bazaar.
one? Oh, of course.
It's a
Classic.
great one.
Yeah.
I think that's the best breakfast biscuit in town.
Oh, yeah. I used to live over in the Presidio, and I used to head out there. And, yeah, great spot. Great little place. I haven't been there in a while, but, yeah, good. You know, they've got instruments there ready to be played and a beautiful garden. And, you know, the Richmond is just so great. There's so many good spots. I just, I don't live close to there anymore. I live in Soma now, so.
Shoma,
yeah. It's real nice, too. Soma, you know, I get to be involved in Soma, too, being a musician there. I've got a solo gig coming up at Decant later this month on the 22nd as part of the Soma Nights kind of monthly street market that they're doing.
Oh, that's Thursdays, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's big time.
The fourth Thursday. And besides that, I host an open mic now, which I had asked you if you wanted to be the feature. I think we'll have to push that to following month because
they're playing Bottom of the Hill on the 14th.
Exactly, yeah. So that was part of the whole dilemma there. But yeah, I'm doing an open mic through an organization called Soma West, and hosting at the Question Mark Bar, and so it's pretty cool, man. You know, it's good to be involved in the community that I live in and the greater community of San Francisco and Northern California. And you know, music is just a gift that keeps giving. You know, it's incredible. It brings me everything.
It is, and anybody out there wondering where the Question Mark Bar is, that is in Soma. That is on Bryant Street.
Mm-hmm.
What is that alleyway? It's in between 6th and 7th on Bryant.
Yeah, it's
There's
right
a little
across right across the courthouse.
Yeah, it is. It's exactly right across the courthouse. So if you ever been in the courthouse, just go like you're going there. Question Mark Bar. I saw the guy's. The guy's hilarious. The owner of the bar.
On TikTok, right?
Yeah, 312 Harriet.
Yep, that's the street, Harriet.
Yeah, 312 Harriet Street. That's a little alleyway. Oh man, that's such a fun thing. So you do those on Wednesdays?
That was every second Wednesday.
Every second Wednesday.
Yeah,
okay.
But we'll have to skip this
So
month.
June.
Yeah, we'll have to skip it till June, and then I'll get you as one. See, we usually do 2 features: an opener and like a mid open mic feature.
Mid-opener.
Yeah, and sometimes it turns into a jam. So I'll get you as one of those. Maybe you could bring the whole band too. Taco Mash. We had a drum kit. We had the last features were Jerry of Jerry and the Jerks. He played opening set of like ripping kind of System of the Down stuff over backing tracks. So we had him open up, and then Burn Journal put on the mid set. And yeah, if you haven't heard them, they're really great. Burn Journal's great. Yeah.
Has Tin Can Talker been through there?
Tin Can Talker was my first ask for May, but Lenny, the principal songwriter of that band, is
Doing a Harvard.
is doing her scholarly pursuits. So I think she has to present her thesis that day, so she didn't want to do it. Or no, I think it was the next day. But you know, the thing about that gig is I have to reach into my network of people to be featured. You know, we can't pay them anything. It's just an open mic feature. But you know, it's just a good chance to play and have a good time. You know, yeah, and just that's it. You know, you come and play for half an hour and just make it happen. Bring some friends out to a great spot. You know, if you got good food, it's a cool vibe in there, and yeah, it's just a fun time. So that's the thing is I never thought I would ever be an open mic host. It was always something I didn't want to do, but this one, you know, for once a month and for a chance to work with Soma West and do something in my community, it's really cool. And yeah, maybe once a week, probably not.
Yeah.
But this is just fine.
Well, gosh, I mean, doing the open mic and Now we're talking about Tin Can Talker. Maybe we should play back a Tin Can Talker.
Yeah, yeah. Oh man, Tin Can. It's one thing I often talk about. Being in this San Francisco community, is just having other musicians like that you're really good friends with. And the funny thing is, Lenny, we met at the Hotel Utah open mic, and then maybe like a couple weeks later, you had your 4th of July party here
With Mare. Yeah, the Mare had played.
Yeah, yeah. Oh God, they were great, and I ended up playing a tune with the guitar player from Mare, Stephanie, I think. Incredible. But anyway, so yeah, it became that was like my first time outside of that open mic hanging out with Lenny, and yeah, it was just such a good, memorable time. And now we're real good friends, and she comes out to see Silver Swoon, and she's so supportive. And I just I gotta go see her. You can see Tin Can Talker Friday at Pitt's Pub, and I'm doing my best to try to organize a band practice and make it to the show. And I have a text message from Lenny waiting for me, and she asked if I'm going to the show, and I just, oh man, it's just tough, I'm trying to
Yeah, it's hard
make
to be
it
at
happen.
everything.
It's hard to be at everything, but I gotta go see them. I've played with Lenny, we hang out a bunch, and but I've got to go and support their group, and they'll be at Pitt's Pub this Friday at 7:30, along with Normcore, who's another great band who is just, I play with the guitar player of Normcore, Alex, in my other group, Caleb Pep. He plays the pedal steel, Alex of Normcore, and it's just a great community of musicians and bands and people. We often support each other, and they're just good friends, man. It's just a blessing. Like I said, music is just a gift that keeps giving. You give everything to it, and it just gives back. But yeah, let's listen to that. Actually, I haven't even listened to this new Tin Can Talker song, so yeah,
Let's do it. We'll talk about that show a little bit more. Tin Can Talker, Bernal Heights Radio. Pitt's Pub, man, that's a good spot.
A great spot.
She said, kill your darlings. Love is compromise. She knows that I've never say no to those highs. Got a whole new wardrobe. I hear change is good. Got some new opinions. Like you said I should. Don't I like it? Do you like who I'm becoming? Gold ain't everlasting. Poet told me so. You have all of me now. So how can we grow? I see my circle shrinking. Aren't you all I need? Yet I feel so lonely when it's just you and me. Don't I like it? Do you like who I'm becoming? Like who I'm becoming. She said, kill your darlings. She said, kill your ties. She said, kill your darlings.
That is Tin Can Talker. Here on Bernal Heights Radio, sitting back in the box with Joey, getting geared up for another weekend. And Bottom of the Hill on the 14th, which is next week, with Silver Swoon. And you're also in another project with Caleb.
Yeah, Caleb Pep and the Steppers. I've been playing with him for going on 2 years now. I can't believe it. But, you know, went through some lineup changes, some aesthetic changes, but we grinded together every weekend at the Liberties. Just, you know, I had the assignment of playing country guitar, and now we've got a 5-piece group going on with a pedal steel, a bass, and Caleb and me on lead guitar, and who am I missing? Oh yeah, and then we've got a violin player, Sarah, and yeah,
She's very nice.
yeah, she's great. Yeah, we'll be playing the 13th at the Jury Room in Santa Cruz as part of a two-step night. So they're gonna have a two-step lesson.
Two-step.
Yeah, so that's great. That's been the thing about this band is we've wanted to get in places where this type of music is really appreciated. You know, this type of music being like two-step country, the classic kind of a country songwriter, 3 chords and the truth kind of thing. So that's a lot of fun, man. I love playing with him. You know, it's made me a better guitar player, and I think Caleb's pretty stoked to have me along too. So we love it.
You know what? As I met Caleb, where did I meet Caleb? I think I met Caleb at the Rudy's open
Yep.
mic, when
Yep.
that was a thing.
Yeah, me too. And I saw you guys both play at Hotel Utah on the same night, and then Caleb, you know,
Same weekend.
that was a Monday, and he announced his open mic, and then we both went that Wednesday, and that's when we all officially met, I think. Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
it is pretty cool.
You know, I went to there was a bar called
Barley.
Barley's.
Yep.
I met some people there too.
Yeah, Caleb used to do an open mic there too.
Yeah. I remember Caleb, him and I had got on a bill together at the Hotel Utah.
Yeah.
And it was one of those back and forth kind of things where you
Yep.
play a song and the other. I really liked that.
Yep.
That was a cool
It's
dynamic.
a cool concept.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, you know, a lot's happened since then, and yeah, because I did one of those too, one of those back and forth type spiels, but yeah, you know, so we're excited, man. A lot of good things happening all over, and Caleb's releasing music. I think the new date is June 12th, and you know, it's been a long time coming, but we have some really wonderful people playing, and we've only met more people along the way, such as Sarah, who has laid down some violin on the tracks, and I'm pretty excited because I played guitar on all of these tracks, and you know, we'll have there's some new music coming out that I've been a big part of the making, so I'm really excited for that. The EP is called Bar Lights, or Until They Turn the Bar Lights On, and I think it's about 6 tracks. Yeah,
6 tracks.
6 tracks, yeah, that I played guitar on, so it'll be fun.
So where did you say you're playing next?
Caleb, we are playing the Jury Room in Santa Cruz, and then
What day is that?
That is the 13th. It's a Tuesday.
June?
May.
Holy crap.
Yeah, I know, right? And then I've
Holy
got Silver Swoon at the bottom of
Tuesday.
the hill the next day on Wednesday.
Santa Cruz.
And then the next Caleb Pep gig that might be a little bit more accessible for here and people here in San Francisco will be at 4-Star Theater for Miles Gordon's birthday, Miles of Country Risque.
Wow.
So to top it all off, I am also playing with Miles that day at his birthday because he's putting together a pickup band for his original music. So I'll be on double duty at
Double
4-Star
duty?
Theater. Double duty. I'm playing with 2 bands that night, 5:25 at 4-Star Theater for Miles' birthday. Caleb Pep and the Steppers are playing, and I will also play with Miles.
Okay, so you have May 13th, which is a
Right.
Tuesday
In Santa Cruz.
Santa Cruz. Well, actually, take it back. Hey, you're playing this Saturday at Lucky
Yeah.
Horseshoe with Jerry and the Jerks.
Yep.
You're playing with Caleb Pep May 13th in Santa Cruz.
Right.
The next day you're playing with Silver Swoon
Yep.
on Wednesday, the 14th.
Correct.
And then you're playing Miles Gordon's birthday bash at Hotel. I'm sorry,
4-Star.
4-Star theater.
Correct.
Where
The
you're going to be
25th.
doing double
duty
on the 25th.
Yes. Yeah.
You might be one of the hardest working musicians around here, man.
Thanks, man. I mean, no, man, it's a gift and a curse. Nah, man, I love it. But just try to do the best you can do to make time. Given that I have a job and stuff to report to as well, and that's not. And also, I have the 22nd at Decant solo, and that's like 5 minutes walking from my house, so that's really good.
Decant, where is
Decant, that's in Soma. That is on 7th and Folsom, and then one I'm really excited for. I recently started playing with this group called Okiba. They play a lot of reggae, but they host a monthly Grateful Dead night at the Fate, which, if you haven't been there, is an awesome venue.
It's on Haight.
On Haight Street.
Haight and Fillmore.
Correct.
It's a great spot.
The Fate, Fillmore and Haight. So they need another guitar player for their Grateful Dead sets, so they hit me up to do it. So we'll be doing one of those on May 30th. And yeah, I mean, I've got a strong background in playing a lot of the Dead stuff. So
Yeah, would you consider yourself to be a Deadhead?
yeah, I guess I could call myself, like a modern form of the Deadhead, or maybe somebody who isn't old enough to have seen the Grateful Dead. But yeah, it's a great songbook, and like the way I view it is it's kind of like a genre more than a band. I mean, for some people it's a lifestyle, for some people it's an economy. They go and sell T-shirts at the concerts and stuff. But for me as a musician, it's a genre and a songbook. And a style kind of comparable to like the book of jazz standards and stuff. So yeah, I'm always down to play that stuff.
You know what I heard?
What?
I heard that the parking lot of a Grateful Dead concert was the first Burning Man.
I think the first Burning Man was at Baker Beach.
Grateful Dead was there. Just kidding. I have no idea.
Yeah. Those worlds cross. Those worlds definitely cross. Never been to Burning Man, but there's certainly a lot of characters in this Grateful Dead community. Interesting ones. But yeah, it's a gift to play that music. It's an honor to play that music. Being that they're from here in San Francisco, and it's something that is a part of the local heritage here. And we've got the 60th anniversary of the Grateful Dead this year, and a lot of events going on. We're gonna have Jerry Garcia night, and it's a great feeling to be known as somebody who can play that kind of music somewhat effectively. It's something that you kind of rise in the ranks at, and one of these days maybe Jerry and the Jerks, or maybe I'll be asked to play and join somebody over at one of the commemorative events at Jerry Garcia Amphitheater or something cool like that. I'd really love to. I love playing that music, and it's love singing it. Whether I'm playing rhythm or lead, I don't mind. I love that stuff. It's a good genre.
I was just thinking about right now, right where we're sitting right now.
Mm-hmm.
Jerry Garcia was raised.
Yeah.
Born and raised within a mile of where we're sitting right now.
Right. They're changing a street name to Jerry Garcia Street. I forgot which one.
Which one is that?
I forgot, but over in the Excelsior.
That'd be amazing.
No, it's it's the street where his childhood home was on. I can't remember the freaking name of the street.
It's on. It starts with a O, I think.
But over in the Excelsior.
It's a weird one, yeah. It's a really tough one to pronounce.
Jerry Garcia Street.
Ognabio, or
let's see. They're naming.
It's even on Google Maps as like a landmark. His place, or
oh yeah, Harrington Street.
Harrington
is now going to be called Jerry Garcia Street, and they just had an event there. I forgot the name of the local bar out there where the Hot Mountain Dips played, but point is, it's the 60th anniversary of Grateful Dead. There's going to be a shit ton of events happening here, and it's cool, and I'll be a part of one, over here at the Fate. And it seems like they're going to be doing it every month, Okiba. And as long as they hit me up and ask me if I want to join, I'll be down. I'll do it. Yeah. So anybody who's a fan of that kind of music, we put on an awesome show last month. Definitely come through to the Fate. It's an amazing venue. Yeah, Lower Haight, and we do a good job.
Too. You wouldn't even know it's there. I remember the first time I went there. Yeah, so it's right there. It's right across from Nikki's on Haight,
Yeah.
on Haight and Fillmore. And the first time I went down there, it's like this little stairway you walk down in this venue, and it's very spacious. And the bands and comedy shows that I've been, they put on a great production there.
Yeah, yeah. I'm excited for it. You know, I've got a lot of music to learn. I mean, it's more so just practice than learn. I've heard all those songs, but between Miles' stuff and the new Dead tunes that I haven't played before,
Double duty.
that I've got, yeah, I'm on triple, quadruple, quintuple duty at this point. I've got a lot of music to learn, and I've got some new music to write too, and all this kind of stuff. I'm keeping busy, you know.
Is Caleb still drumming in?
Caleb is also, Caleb is drumming with Country Risque now, and they're up in Grass Valley right now still. I think they're doing 5 days there, and they're recording some new stuff. So Caleb knows what it's like. He's on double duty, but he plays drums in Country Risque, and he's obviously the songwriter for his own stuff. So it's cool, man. Everybody's got to have at least 2 bands, man. Are you really doing this if you're not in 2 bands? Nah, I'm just kidding.
Gosh, man. Well, so you got the guitar. Anybody listening in? We got Joey here from wearing very many hats. I don't know. I think double duty is not really doing justice to what.
Oh yeah.
You're like quadruple duty, maybe
Yeah.
more.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I've got 3 main groups, and then I guest in some stuff every now and then when I get to play solo, I don't have to deal with anybody.
Yeah. I feel that way too. I'm doing a solo thing tomorrow actually at Civic Center, which is it's going to be the first time I've played something solo in a while.
Nice. So that's part of the Tuesdays and Thursdays. What time is that?
So it is 1 to 3 on Tuesdays, and then they do it a little bit later on Thursdays.
Damn it, I won't be free till 4.
Yeah, I mean, like you were saying, you have your hustles.
Yep.
And then you promote the big shows, like the bottom of the hill shows, and the
This one's a hustle, right? This
one's a hustle. Yeah.
That's good. You know, you got to have the money makers. That's the thing, you know. I play a lot. Not all of these shows. I'm not expecting a good check from all these shows. Most of them, really. Most of them are just for the love of the game. But, you know, those solo bar gigs, or, you know, just those 3-hour set with a band, a bar gig with a lot of tips, those are the money makers. And so that's like what I try to do with Jerry and the Jerks, or if I ever play at the No Name Bar in Sausalito. Good lucrative tips, and that's how you have to do it here as a musician, you know. I mean, you know, with a band like Silver Swoon, the money that we make is just going to go into the band fund, and we're going to, you know, spend that on recording and equipment and stuff like that. But, you know, for example, like I played out in Sacramento last weekend at my buddy Billy's. He does like events planning for a 55 and up private community out in Sacramento, and he needed a guitar player to come and just play some stuff for like a mixer, so he paid me a nice amount, and luckily my friend Sabrina let me borrow her car so I could go up to Sac and collect some money to just pay my rent and stuff, you know. So
yeah, that's perfect.
You gotta have the money makers.
That's a great story to tell.
Yeah, man. So shout out to Sabrina. She also dropped me off here because we were hanging out.
She did.
Yeah,
just
man.
came right in. I got plenty of gluten-free products in there.
Oh my God, I'm gonna give her a call after this and let her know to come on back. She wanted to see her spot because she's heard so much about the Tiki Desk.
Yeah.
I'm gonna maybe send her a text.
Sabrina. Sabrina's still doing her gig, huh?
She's actually singing with Caleb and us, and yeah, she'll be singing with us at the jury room. I mean, she's learned a few of the country classics, and she's learned some of the harmonies, and yeah, you know, people really like seeing her come up and sing with us. It's great. There's like a lot of need for the high range harmony and some of those country tunes, some of those classic female sang country tunes. think she's a great addition to the band. Let's see. How about I play a tune?
Yeah, totally, man. Anything you want to do, man.
Sorry, sending this text message.
Yeah. Gosh, I'm trying to look up this this show that's going on tomorrow at the Civic Center.
So anyway, sorry, didn't mean to cut you off there. So, let's see. I've got music coming out with Silver Swoon, which is basically the original music project that I'm playing with, with Zeke and John and Anna, and we've got a couple singles coming out and a double. But yeah, I will play an acoustic version here with JW's guitar with the famous Gretsch. I will play one of those tunes. Sound good?
Sounds good to me.
All right, this one, I'll try my best here for the uncomfortable position that I'm sitting in, but we're going to make it happen. No worries. Don't try to adjust me. All right, this one is called Ellie. We'll be releasing this in the next couple months or so. I love my hometown too. Ellie, the one with the dope tattoo. Ellie, I wanna go home with you. Ellie, I could show you my hometown too. Ellie, 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 Ellie's so cool. Oh, yeah, you do it to me. Now tell me, what have I got to do? I'm trying to cut some lines in the queue. You could tell me that the ocean was red, not blue, and I'd tell you, and that you're completely true. Ellie, 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 Ellie's so cool. Oh, yeah, you do it to me. Ah, fuck. Not enough frets here. Oh, you know I miss you, girl. I know that things have changed since our fucked up and drunken party days. I've been through a lot of shit since then, and I've changed my ways. But if you're the same, then that's okay. My love for you, it still remains. I'll never stop knocking that door. I heard you got 4 or 5 boyfriends. Well, I know you got room for one more. I know you got room for one more. Ellie, Ellie B, Ellie's so cool. Oh, yeah, you do it to me, Ellie, Ellie B, Ellie's so cool. Oh, yeah, you do it to me, Ellie, Ellie B, Ellie's so cool. Oh, yeah, you do it to me, Ellie, B, Ellie's so cool. Oh, yeah, you do it to me. Oh, there you go.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a solid track. Gosh,
Thanks,
man,
man.
that was really fun. I feel like, I've heard that song with a band, but hearing it right now,
Yeah.
man, it was really great having you.
Yeah, man, I'm real excited, Real great to be here, always hanging out. Always good to hang out with you and come up here. And it's happy to just talk about, the music and the community. And, I'm so thankful, and you're a part of that too. And it's a great place to be here. I really missed this when I was gone in Europe, and happy to share stuff with you. And I'm here for the long run, so let's keep the ball rolling.
Definitely, man. Well, thank you all for tuning in to Bernal Heights Radio, JW Megaweg. Lucky Horseshoe this Saturday. That is the 10th. Santa Cruz on Tuesday. That is the 13th. Wednesday, Bottom of the Hill. That's the big one.
14th.
Go to the Bottom of the Hill next Wednesday and see Silver Swoon in action.
Yep.
They do have a smoking patio in the back with a
Love
house
that.
cat. So if you're shy, that's a good place to hang out too.
It's good advice.
4-Star Theater. What day is that again?
The 25th.
25th, and before
Double
that, you're
duty.
doing something on the 22nd. And
Right. Decant.
Decant.
Playing some, wine bar for the street fair.
Classy.
And then don't forget May 30th for the Deadheads out there at the Fate.
The Fate on May 30th. That is Fillmore and Haight. And gosh, it's 70 degrees outside right now. It's unreal. It's super nice. Yeah, thank you all for tuning in to Sunk Lightning. That is my Candyman theme, and we'll catch you next week.
Oh, man. So does that clock in at about an hour?
Yeah. An hour and 5 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, I guess with the little music breaks in between, it's pretty cool. Yeah, man, dude, thanks for having me, dude.
Yeah, man, it's so much fun. And when the owner of Mutiny Radio moved away, I had to keep it going, dude. I was like, how can this stop? I can't.
So is it the same kind of like listeners?
Yeah.